Randy Pierson here, Vice President of Life and Annuities for Hague Rd Marketing. And with me, I've got Ray Parman, one of our RVPs in the Life Department. And today we're going to be talking about why you, as an agent, should be selling final expense. So stay tuned. All right, Ray. So agents, let me just back up and just say that, when I joined Hague Rd Marketing 12 years ago, I came from the fully underwritten life insurance space, right? Carriers like Mass Mutual and Pacific Life and Protective. And, I was introduced for the first time in my career to final expense. And I thought, final expense, right? I mean, who sells final expense? But you know what? I've come to garner a much greater appreciation for the final expense product and its position within the life insurance industry and for consumers. So let's back this full circle up and say, once again, I'm asking you now, why should agents sell final expense?
Great question. And, I've kind of had a similar experience myself in my career. It's all kind of come from the fully underwritten side of things. And so, my affinity / appreciation for final expense has grown immensely in my time spent here at Hague Rd Marketing. But, what I've come to find out is just it's an absolute transactional moneymaker for somebody. It's just, when I say transactional, I certainly don't mean, just, sell it and get out of there. It's just, it's certainly something that you want to work hard to keep on the books. That's the challenge of it. Mm-hmm. But it can absolutely be done with some effective planning and skills there too.
Yes.
But it's absolutely a huge market. There's 10,000 folks turning 65 every day.
Huge market.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and a lot of folks that we work with are already in the Medicare market too, nonetheless. Yeah. And, it just goes hand in hand there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And everybody should have some personally owned life insurance. LIMRA, the Life Insurance Management Research Association, does studies every year at how many consumers within America have no personally owned life insurance, and the statistics are disturbing. I mean, it's literally like 4 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 5 consumers have no personally owned life insurance. And I'm sure there's a huge market within the market amongst seniors that don't have life insurance but would like to have some. Mm-hmm. And frankly, I tell you what the problem is with a lot of both consumers and advisors is they either think they can't get it, right? Mm-hmm. Or that they can't afford it. And both of those issues are non-starters, right? I mean, they can afford it. It's not very expensive and it's pretty easy to get, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And we run into folks too that, maybe they got a term policy when they're in their 40s or 50s. And now, they find themselves in their mid 60s and that term is running out and maybe they're having some insurability problems, so we absolutely have some solutions there too. And again, this has been a personal experience of mine too within my family. It is critical to make sure that you have at least something, because I don't know anybody that's ever said no to a tax-free check coming from an insurance company to cover, a final expense type need.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. It amazes me how many consumers think to get life insurance, they've got to be a marathon runner. But, right? I mean, you've got diabetes, you've got a cancer history, you've got some other ailments that a lay person might think would preclude them from getting coverage. We can get them final expense all day long. Mm-hmm. And in fact, a lot of the carriers that we utilize will provide coverage on an instant decision basis, right? I mean, so there's literally nobody may even look at a real human being may not even look at that application.
Yeah, we just rolled out that AIG simplified issue whole life. That is an instantaneous decision type of policy. I mean, you can walk in, do the appointment with the client, do the application, and walk out 30 minutes later. The client has their policy in place, and you as the agent have a commission check on its way too.
It is. I mean, it's really an amazing thing. You could literally complete the application on their smartphone.
Yeah.
And before the agent leaves the residence, the client has the policy in their inbox, in their email, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just astounding. And by the way, the commission check is on the way.
Yeah.
Is on the way. It's really quite an amazing thing. So let's chat a little bit about about tools that can help an agent navigate, the various products. We just mentioned the AIG product. We've got every other carrier out there in the final expense space, Mutual of Omaha, Foresters, Prosperity, you name them, we've got them. But how can agents navigate through all of those different choices?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, they can call me. But secondly, and I think we mentioned this in the past, but we have Best Plan Pro, which is a really nice planning software that can intake a client's particulars, but it even takes in their their prescriptions, their medical history. You can list it all out, and it's going to basically go through all the carriers and put it out there. If we can do a level play on somebody, absolutely. If it's got to be graded death benefit, that can be a possibility too, or a guaranteed issue. And what I like about it is that it saves a lot of time and trouble. It kind of takes that rifle approach, so you don't have to apply somewhere only to get something less than what was expected, and have to completely pivot maybe to a different carrier altogether, do a new application and everything. It just slows down the process, can kind of threaten the client agent relationship, and basically slow down the time that they get their policy and use the agent, make your income there too.
And Best Plan Pro is a great tool. Lest we forget to mention, we do have a final expense quoter on our website. That's also very robust. If it's just an issue of trying to find the best premium for your client's needs, that tool is a very nice resource. And we even have a mobile app that agents can download through the App Store on their smartphone, whereby they could go in and quote final expense right on their cell phone, along with the other products, term insurance, guaranteed universal life, etc. I do want to take a moment and mention a new product that we're getting ready to roll out. If you're in the Medicare supplement space and you'd also like to expand your business and your revenue, your income into final expense, you need to reach out to us. You can contact Ray or contact myself, and we'll talk to you about a new mystery product that will be offered exclusively through Gord Marketing that pairs an incredibly competitively priced Medicare supplement with an easy to issue final expense. In fact, the final expense is so easy to issue when you're taking that Med Sup application. How many questions are there, Ray?
I think there's about two. 2
questions. If the client can answer no to 2 additional questions, they're automatically issued the final expense product on a preferred basis, and will also receive a 20% discount on their premium. And not only that, Ray, you want to hear something else really cool?
Yes, please.
If you sell the Medicare supplement for a limited time, the advisor gets a $125 bonus. If you then also sell the final expense, they get an additional $150 bonus on top of an already competitive commission rate. That's a total of $275 of additional bonus in the advisor's pocket. If I have sufficiently piqued your interest, you need to pick up the phone and call Ray or call myself, and we can tell you more about this amazing product. But for now, Ray, listen, we've well reached the extent of our time for this episode of Selling Life and Annuities. I would invite you to please click subscribe at the bottom of this video, as well as the notification bell, so that every time when we roll out new content, you'll be sure and be notified. But on behalf of Ray Parman and myself, we want to wish you happy selling.